Just like in these walls, this place welcomed me with open arms and so inclusive. I'm going to try to give you anything that I can to make your life a little bit lighter. That's what it's all about.
Congrats, Eddie, on becoming a champion ambassador. I'm really proud of you.
I can't wait to see what you do next.
Hello, everybody.
All right. Can everybody hear me all right? Eddie, Danny? All
Yes,
right. Welcome to Special Olympics Bingo. We are very excited. We have a great partnership with the Minnesota Vikings. And joining us tonight for bingo is Minnesota Viking Eddie Yarbrough. Thanks for joining us, Eddie.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
We are definitely glad to have you. I'm going to be more towards the backstage. I'm Devin. You guys have seen me on bingo before. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Danny.
All right. Thanks so much, Devin. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us for bingo tonight. I have got my wonderful partner Nell with me. And if you've been with us the last 2 days of our bingo sessions, you'll know she does an excellent job of calling bingo. I also have another colleague that is with us tonight, and it is Shannon. Welcome, Shannon, to our bingo tonight.
Good to be here.
And our special guest is Eddie Yarbrough, as Devin mentioned. So again, Eddie, thank you so much for joining us and spending some time with us tonight.
Oh, no, thank you for having me. I'm excited for bingo. I love this game. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's the all-American game that everybody loves. So that's really the
100%.
great thing. So with that being said, just so everybody that's watching, what they know is we're going to be asking Eddie some questions as we go along in our broadcast tonight. And so we'll try and get a few games and get a few questions as we go. If you have any questions for Eddie, please make sure you type them into the chat so we can pull those up and ask him while we're on our broadcast. With that being said, we'll get going with bingo. And first bingo we're going to do tonight is a straight bingo. So you're going to look for 5 up and down, left and right, or for those diagonals. And now, are you ready to call some bingo?
Yep, I am.
All right, well, let's get rolling.
N43. N43.
So, Eddie, have you ever been on a live bingo broadcast before?
This is actually my first one ever.
Yeah, well, there's first time for everything, as they say. So it's quite a lot of fun. We got a lot of great participants that come on a regular basis, so they know what they're doing with this game.
See, some people say bingo is a game of luck, but I disagree. It's a game of skill and luck. You got to know what you're doing.
Absolutely.
069. 069.
And Nell's probably one of the best bingo callers that I've ever heard. She's so good and clear. She is good with those numbers getting popped out. So thanks again, Nell.
I think I'm going to write some of these numbers down. Play the lotto next week. We're going to see what's going on.
Yeah, we should have gave you a game card.
G57. G57.
So Natalie said that she doesn't have a Vikings jersey. She's close. She's got Twins jersey. So we still got our Minnesota sports in there tonight.
There we go. All for one, one for all.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So Eddie, you've been involved with Special Olympics before. So how did you get involved, or when did you originally get involved?
I originally got involved my freshman year of high school. I'm 27 years young right now, so I've been probably since 12 years old, 13 years old. I've been working with Special Olympics. Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
for
That's
sure.
awesome.
Good old Aurora, Colorado, Grandview High School. Where
Oh,
it all started. Yes, ma'am.
awesome. Now you pop in there when you need to, okay?
All right. 065. 065.
So that's been a long time. You got involved in your high school. What kind of sports or events did you all do?
So we did our main event for Unified was basketball. So we did clock management, refs, the whole nine, and we definitely had some ballers at Grandview High School. It turned into a statewide thing, and it's just awesome. Definitely awesome. I would like to say that my jump shot's pretty nice, but I don't want to lie to you all the first time I'm meeting you all, so I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Well, you're talking basketball and you're talking unified schools, and both of those are literally up Shannon's court. So
That's awesome.
yeah, Shannon, do you want to talk a little bit about unified schools too? And again, now remember to hop in there and get some numbers.
I-15.
Yeah, so I work for our Unified Schools program. I actually work in northern Minnesota, so northern
Nice.
Minnesota represent. I live in Bemidji, and we have 125 schools across the state. We just had our first unified basketball tournament for our high school teams. It was amazing. Bemidji took second place. They fought really hard. It was amazing. But I also play unified basketball for our local team here too, and I'm not a great basketball player, but I love it. It's so much fun. So
That's awesome. Awesome.
And Eddie, you're going to be featured. We're doing unified flag football skills in a virtual realm with an app this fall for some of our schools, and your video is going to be one of the things that folks are going to watch and kind of reflect on. So that was planned before you even came on Bingo. So you're going to be part of that.
There we go. I tell you what,
Yeah.
if they need anybody to show them how it's really done, I'm going to give them your number, Shannon, so you can get out there and show them how to really do it.
B6.
I actually had to coach football last year on real short notice to fill in, and I don't know anything, but it was, sometimes it's all about the heart. It's all about the heart.
100%.
Now we're doing a lot of chatting. If you want to call two at a time, you certainly can, because our bingo players, they're professionals out there. They know what they're doing.
N31.
Yeah. Shannon, she knows some basketball herself. I've watched her playing some games as a unified partner as well with that Bemidji team that she mentioned. So
G59.
In a few sports.
Shannon, I'm gonna tomorrow morning when you have practice, I'm gonna talk to Zim, see if we can get you a tryout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get you a tryout coming help us with the Titans this weekend.
Yeah, I used to play roller derby, so
there we go.
I'm on my third concussion, so I don't know if professional football is in the cards for me.
If that's not, we'll give you a clipboard and a headset. You call some plays for us.
Yes, I'm there. I'm there.
I-27. I-27.
Now you are doing a great job. I think you're doing wonderful. I'm surprised that you don't have any bingo winners, because you've got enough numbers that you've called in all those rows. So somebody's got to be getting close soon.
N33. N33.
Oh, one more.
N44. N44.
Your school in Aurora, Eddie, was that a unified school when you were attending it, or did that happen during the time you were there?
That was so the first year of Unified was actually my first year there. So we adopted it and put it into action my freshman year of high school, and we still have and it's funny because we still have our original class. And I still talk to a lot of the guys, and we Sugar Shane, Manju, a whole bunch of guys, and we still talk to the original class, the first class to go through Grandview, through Unified, and it's just awesome to look back because I mean, we had some great times. I mean, great times. Oh, I could just reminisce right now.
N41.
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. Well, in my short time that I've been with Special Olympics, which is, I say short because like Devin, Shannon, and Nell, they've been with Special Olympics Minnesota for many, many more years. I'm just reaching my 4th year, but you're right. Like, some great relationships that you build,
Sure.
and they're lifelong. They're fabulous. And getting so close with these athletes is just such a wonderful thing. So I appreciate the support you give them, and the Vikings team in general.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's and that's another thing that's so awesome and also encompassing about it is just that sense of teamwork. That's the people kind of brush over that sometimes, but just coming together as individuals and coming together as a team to accomplish something greater than yourself. It's truly
070.
phenomenal.
070.
It sure is. It sure is. Now you keep fighting through our conversation, okay?
Will do.
All right. You've got to be getting close to getting a winner there too now.
G49.
Yeah, they were all over bingo the last 2 days. Like I said, Nell and I, we've become great bingo partners with this game. And we've gotten such a great fan base. And we've been telling them that you were going to join us tonight, Eddie. And I can't even keep up with the comments because everybody is so excited to see you and have you join us tonight. This has just been awesome.
I'll tell you what.
I-30.
I'm so excited that I might just mess around and just yell bingo myself, even though I don't have a scorecard, because I'm just waiting for somebody. It's like seeing the volcano almost erupt. Like I just want to see
Yeah, the anticipation. You're right. Yeah, it's
N40. N40.
I sometimes think that I get a little more excited maybe than they are because I know that somebody's got to be getting close. So
I'm like, oh, I seen Natalie saying one leg. Yes.
Yay! Oh my goodness. Was that Natalie that just won too? Oh. Yeah. Oh, she won on 2 cards even. 2 cards she won on. Way to go, Natalie.
There you go, Nat.
Yeah, that is awesome. So this is where we sometimes will call a couple extra ones because there's probably another half a dozen people or so that are really close. So now if you want to call a couple more, we'll look for a couple more winners before our next game.
N39.
That's a good number.
Was that a high school number for you?
Actually, it was one of my closest friends. His name's Harold, but we all called him Peanut. And growing up, we were like, dude, that's just why do you want to be the number 39? Nobody famous is one of the number 39. But now it's like a cool number in the NFL. It's like a cool number. So we're like, okay, yeah, we get it. Old Peanut. We love him. Gotta love him.
Well, that might be why he picked it, to make it famous.
See,
G53.
exactly.
G53.
Oh. Now they all have to start out somewhere, and it's the people that wear the numbers that make them famous. So
yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. What is your puppy's name?
Oh, this is Harley.
Hi, Harley. Oh.
He joins in on a lot of our virtual events. He hears everybody chatting, and he always has to come in and say hi at least once. So
I-22.
Oh, Natalie, you can keep those cards a little longer. We're going to call a couple more bingos, and then we'll start with a new game shortly. Okay, dear? I'm doing my best to keep up with everybody there.
N34.
Shannon, what was your football number? If you had to have a football number, what would your number be?
Oh my gosh.
Don't say 52. Don't say 52 because that one's already taken. I know a guy.
So I don't even know what all the numbers are that are possible. I know they're by position, right? Certain numbers.
But it's okay. You can choose anyone.
I would say 17. Is that a number that I can have in football?
17. You're a quarterback. That's a really good number. That's a really good number.
Okay. All right.
Just by chance, though. Just by chance. I'm not making this up. Just by chance, the team we're playing this weekend, the Tennessee Titans, their starting quarterback's number is number 17. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but hey, 17, we'll take it.
Yeah. Well,
It's better
I
than
28.
39, Shannon. It's better than 39. So, you won in my book. It's better than 39.
Well, Fergus Falls is representing in the house tonight. Congratulations, Connie, on your bingo.
There we go, Connie.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what about 2 more real quick, and then
That works.
we'll look at a new game.
so Eddie, I'm going to throw it back to you. If you had a roller derby number, what would it be? You can have 4 digits and one can be a letter. So that's fun.
It would definitely be 4 digits, right?
Yep.
And one letter?
Well, you can have letters and numbers, but I think actually you can have 3 numbers and one has to be, oh man, I'm just falling all over myself. At least 1 number, but the rest can be letters.
Okay. Oh yeah, I already know what mine would be. It would be, can I just have only letters?
I think 1 has to be a number. So you could
I got it. It would
0.
It would be EY2. And that is because a lot of people don't know this, that I'm actually a junior. So I am the second.
Oh,
But I don't
cool.
put it on my number. Shannon, I have a question for you.
And 36.
And 36. What is the difference between being a junior and a second?
Oh.
There's no right or wrong answer. I just ask everybody this because it's a nice little think cap. Because second people say like, "Oh, Eddie Benjamin over the second," but it's because when I was growing up, my mom didn't let people call me junior. I don't know why.
Right on.
Sounds like a regional thing. Whether
I
you're
think so.
I-26.
I like the second though. It sounds a little more like you're your own person. You're like
Yeah.
2.0. Not to like knock the 1.0 version,
There's no shot. My firstborn, there's no contest. Going to be the third. Has to be the third. And then Bingo was his name. Oh, yes. 3 times the charm.
Oh my
That's what I love to
gosh.
see.
A lot that just bingoed on that one. We've got Alex and oh my gosh, we've got Nelson and I think that we're getting Eric and Gary. There was so many bingos on that. Congratulations.
There we go. Yeah. Alexander.
I like the second though. It's like you're your own person. You're like 2.0, not to like knock the 1.0.
Oh, congratulations, all of you. That was awesome.
Congrats.
Now you had a lot of lucky numbers going on there. Wow, that is awesome. So what we'll do is now, do you want to just stick with that straight? Oh, how about what do they like now? Lucky sevens?
Yep. We can do that. I can
Lucky
switch
seven.
that now.
Okay. So Nell's going to switch the game around. The next game they like to play a lot, Eddie, because it kind of goes quicker as well, gives more people a chance to get a bingo. It's called Lucky Seven. And as soon as they get 7 numbers on their card, and it doesn't matter where, then they hit bingo. So they just can't use the free space.
No free space, though.
No free space. We make them earn it the hard way. Yeah.
I got a good feeling this is gonna be 7 in a row. Out the gate. Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, sometimes it does go pretty quick. So just remember that for all of you that are playing, it's going to be as soon as you get 7 numbers on a card, you'll call bingo, no free spaces, and then we'll continue on so we get at least 2 or 3 bingos in on this one. And if you don't like the cards you were just playing, down at the bottom, you can get new cards. And remember that there's 3 on there that you can be playing at the same time. So you can choose 1 or all 3, and you can stick with the ones you just had, or you can pick some new ones. So I think everybody's ready now, as long as you are.
Yep, I'm ready.
All right.
Here we go now.
068. 068.
So, Eddie, before you just joined us here with the Vikings, you were with the Buffalo Bills. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am. Way up. Oh, yeah, way up north. At least on
Yeah.
the East Coast, way up north. Mhm.
Yeah. So, can you maybe tell us a little bit about your experience with the Bills?
Oh, it was outstanding. Up there, it's kind of similar in regards to, like, in winter the snow stays around after the first snow. We lay down salt in Buffalo. They lay down salt for the snow. It gets cold. But just the people also just are so welcoming and inviting there, just like they are here. And it was just a great community. It's a little big town in Buffalo, New York. One of the funny things is that when people say, like, yeah, I play in New York, I play in New York, they think like, oh, Empire State Building, Broadway, Brooklyn, Manhattan. No, like, Buffalo is none of that. Buffalo is upstate New York. We got farms, a Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's. Like, that's Buffalo.
N36.
I'm an
N36.
outdoorsy guy, so it worked out for me. I caught my first northern. Oh my goodness! I caught my first northern pike, Minnesota northern pike, a week and a half ago.
Oh, congratulations!
Nice.
Thank you. I'm a real fisherman, so every time I tell my story, the fish gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So only right. Right.
Yeah, definitely sound like a real fisherman from around northern Minnesota, anyway.
For sure. Like, it was a guppy when I caught it, but by the end of next year, it's going to be like a whale shark, a great white. It broke the state record. Like, just give it some time. Just give it some time.
G59. G59.
You want to holler another one in there now?
Yep.
All right. So, Eddie, have you been here long enough to hear our catchphrase, our Minnesota nice?
Yes.
071.
Yes. Actually, when I was in Denver, they were saying Minnesota nice. I was like, and then as soon as I got up here, immediately like, hey, what was something I did? I want to say I think I left like a dollar or something fell out of my pocket when I was stuffing change in my pocket. I had, like, you would have thought I dropped my diploma. I had like 5 people like, excuse me, sir, excuse me, sir, you dropped, sir. I'm like, oh, what? Like, oh, thank you. Oh my goodness.
B10.
Yeah.
B10.
Minnesota nice. You love to see it.
Yeah, it is great. When it first came out as a catchphrase, I don't think we realized how nice we really are in Minnesota, but it's definitely a great state to be in.
For sure. Especially with like coming from like that, except not upstate New York, because upstate New York people are like really nice and like caring and endearing. But like in the hustle and bustle of like actual New York City, I mean, it's day and night. Like there, you'd be like, hey, good morning to you. They'd be like, oh, yeah. But here it's like, good morning. They're like, hey, good morning. How's your day? Like, oh, like, you guys, I can just give you a hug right now.
B15.
Now
Minnesota nice.
Yeah. Now you want to hop another one in there? Because I think your next one will be the 7th number. Somebody could be waiting for it.
G52. G52.
Oh, that was a good number. Somebody get bingo on that one.
Oh, I've not seen it go off. That would be awesome.
N34. N34.
Oh, so when you were in New York, Eddie, did you get involved with Special Olympics there as well?
Oh.
Eddie, I think that was off your 52.
Yes. Woo. Who was it? Who won? Who was it?
It was Alexander. Oh, he's from Sandwich, Massachusetts is where he's playing from tonight.
Sandwich, Massachusetts.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Tell him I am on my way.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Now call a couple more numbers.
That works.
All right.
065. 065.
So, Eddie, did you say you did have a chance to be involved with Special Olympics when you were in New York?
Yes, ma'am. We would go every Tuesday night Actually, it was every other Tuesday night. And we would do like obstacle courses, some football drills, and we have like some of the people from the local community, but also just people from like the surrounding small towns would come, and it'll be in our indoor facility, and we would run around in there. And I'm talking about we would get after it. I'm talking about sprinting, full warm up, get a
Fun.
lather.
I-29.
Kick some field goals.
Oh, that's awesome. I just see we had some more winners. My goodness. Mike from St. Paul won on 3 cards. Sherry also from St. Paul won. And Katie in Andover. Oh, and Jason in Burnsville. My goodness, we have a pile of winners this time. Way to go, everybody.
There we go.
Yes. Woohoo. That is so awesome. My goodness. Now, what game do you want to play next?
I'm not sure.
I mean, we can do another Lucky 7 or... Ooh, we got a good question, too, for Eddie while you're deciding what game to play.
There we go. A question for Eddie. What motivates you the most about your profession as an athlete? That's a good one.
Sandra.
I would say what motivates me most is first my family, and then second, I just love to compete. You know, just like a lot of our athletes, like I just love to compete and to go out there and just give my best. But I'll definitely say those two things: my family, my mom, my dad. I'm the youngest of 3. I got 2 older sisters, so just to go out there and do my best to make them proud. And then I just love that competitive fire that I got burning within me. I just love to go out and compete. But I'll definitely say those 2 things. But great question. Question.
How about X marks the spot?
Okay, X marks the spot. We can do that. So the big giant X. I wonder, do I have an example of that one now?
I am not sure. Yep, that's
perfect. All right, everybody, looking for that large letter X. So remember, we don't need N's. So if Nell accidentally calls one, because they pop up. So forgive her for that. That's just part of the game. So just look for that big letter X with the free space in the middle.
all right. I'm ready.
Wait, Nell. I'm gonna guess what the first number is gonna be.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay. All right. The first number is going to be, everybody here, this is live, so if I get this, I tell you, I'm really going to play lotto. The first number is going to be 31.
All right. Let's see if it's right. And I keep getting in, so. I-24. I-24.
Oh, I'm so excited. I thought I saw it in your eye now. Oh, I thought I saw it in your eyes. I was going to light up like a Christmas tree. Oh, man.
Oh, that's funny. You tried, and that's all we can do, right? Now,
for sure.
In all of our events, as long as we try and be brave in the attempt. And Eddie, you were just as brave by picking a number. And I gotta say, I was looking at Shannon. I wasn't sure if I was going to have the heart to tell you that N is 31 is in the N row, and those ones we are.
Oh no!
But it's okay.
G49.
My heart was in the right place.
G49.
In the right place. Oh.
Oh, there's another question for you, Eddie.
Here we go, Jason. Hey Eddie, how's it playing without fans in the crowd? Sure. Okay, Jay, I'm gonna be frank with you. It's like going from big, especially in our home stadium here in Minneapolis. It's like going from like skull, and it's like like electrifying. Like you can feel like goosebumps to being like, hey, you know, it's a good old classic JV scrimmage in high school. Got like, you know, some orange slices on the sideline. You know, it's quiet. like you could hear everybody talking. You can call like Red Rover from the other sideline. It's different. It's definitely different. But at the end of the day, it's still just football. You gotta. For me, I play defense, so I see ball, get ball, try to tackle the guy to the ground, get up, zerah, get excited. Mm-hmm. But great question though.
Yeah.
Great question.
11.
Jay, if somebody says like, "Oh no, I can't feel a difference. I can't tell the difference," the only person on the team that'll say that is the kicker, because it doesn't matter to them. They go out and let me kick the ball, and then let me go back and read the newspaper and have a cup of Joe. Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got another question for you that's related to that. So what's it like comparing, say, a playoff game to just a regular season game?
It's kind of it's like the bar's raised. So like when you get to the playoffs, like it's you win or you go home. So everybody, even though we're always giving our best effort, our best shot, putting our best foot forward, but I mean, when we get to the playoffs, it's like you rub your lucky rabbit's foot the night before, you tie your cleats a little extra tight, It's just everybody kind of like raises their game a little bit because they know they're trying to get to that dance, the Super Bowl. So the granddaddy of them all. So it definitely it's the same game, but the bar is raised a little bit. You're kind of more on your toes a little bit.
Sure.
73.
Mm-hmm. And I've played in the playoff game, played some playoff games. And, I mean,
B1.
It's different.
B1.
Oh, no, I think that was your 7th number.
Oh, we're playing X marks the spot, so.
Oh, I'm on the
There you
wrong game. That's why I have you here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so they would need at least one more. Okay. All right. So somebody might be set.
63.
Oh. Well, now that kind of sounds like us with Special Olympics. When it's time for state games, it's kind of like to Eddie's playoffs, that it's our time to shine.
Oh, yeah.
And put in that little bit extra. And I tell you, they are amazing when it comes to any of our state games.
We
try.
I went down to South by Southwest down in Austin, Texas, I think 2 years ago. And I was with Special Olympics, and we had some of our medalists, come down. And when I say like just the competitive edge, but also like you could tell when they like lock it in, because me, I'm Johnson a little bit, and like, oh, I could win. When I say they buried me, like wasn't even close, but you can see like kind of the same switch that goes from like just practice to when you're in a game, that kind of switch that you get that kind of like twinkle in your eye. Oh, same way. I was like, oh, I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now.
61.
Another couple questions come in. There's one from Tyler.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Ty, what's my favorite part about being on the Vikings? I would definitely say just the team. Our team, like our locker room, like the guys that go out and play, and my locker mates, like we got guys like Shamar, D, even Kirk. He's hilarious. It's just like just coming around guys from different parts of the country, different areas, different backgrounds, different walks of life, all coming together to really just for one common goal, which is to win and to win a Super Bowl. But to have all these different walks of life kind of like in a pot of gumbo to make something like great, it's truly special. Especially even talking to people that when they're like, oh man, what's the one thing, people that retire from the NFL, what's the one thing you miss about the game? What's the one thing you miss about the game?
Wow.
And I would say about 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 guys would tell you when it's all said and done, the thing they miss is the locker room. Miss the locker room, miss just hanging with the guys, hanging with your teammates, building that camaraderie. In most jobs, you don't really get to you have that team, but you don't get to go out there and grind with your team or win or lose with your team. So I would definitely say that's my favorite part. Is definitely just the team.
Oh, well, our athletes, I think they have kind of that whole similar feeling with each other that, like, especially at our state games, that if they're not in an event, I'll tell you, like, it literally will bring tears to my eyes watching them, because they will crowd over to the area where their teammates are competing, and to listen to them cheer and yell, you'd think that you are down there listening to Skoll and hearing Ragnar and the horn and the whole works. They are
For
so
sure.
loud and supportive of each other. It is just amazing.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
B7.
As much as they're competing independently,
Mm-hmm.
they're still such a team. It's just amazing to watch.
Love to see it.
Speaking of team, Eddie, do you know how many new Vikings fans there are since you came here from your old Unified days? Have you converted some folks?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got one of my coaches from high school. His name's Corey Chandler, and that's his first and last name. If you want to look him up, he works for Special Olympics in Denver, Colorado, and he and his whole family had Bills jerseys, the whole nine when I was in Buffalo. But as soon as I came here, I gave him about a week and a half to convert over to the bigger, better purple and gold, and then he sent me about a week and a half, 2 weeks later. He sent me a picture, him and all his girls.
71.
All
71.
I mean, from head to toe, socks, toenails, headbands, the whole nine.
That's so great.
Yeah. I thought there was another question. Where did it go? It was about your number. Oh, here's a good one.
What's my signature sack dance?
Think we need a demonstration.
I would definitely. Let me see if I can get warm up a little.
You can't just
get some
064.
calisthenics going there. I would definitely say my sack dance is. I don't have one. It's kind of one of those things in the moment. It has to be in the moment, and when it happens, for example, if I would have watched when I get a sack, if I would have watched a Michael Jackson inspirational video that morning, I'd probably hit the moonwalk out there. But vice versa, if say I would have watched SpongeBob that morning or something like that, I might hit a Krusty Krab pizza dance. It's literally just in the moment. It's always evolving. But one thing I can guarantee you though is that when I do get a sack and I do have my sack dance, it's gonna have, as my coach Wolf would say, life, energy, and juice. Yep.
B12.
Well, we're excited to see what that sack dance is going to be.
For sure.
And I feel like now that you're in Minnesota, some like Lizzo inspired could bring the juice in there. I think that could be the tune that you're.
Yes. You should see when I first got to the team. I posted a picture on Instagram of me getting on the plane, and I had to say it. Had to say new man of the Minnesota Vikings, and it just you love it when a good thing comes together. That's the caption of my life. It will never be beaten because
B5.
So good. Just so good.
For sure.
That's great.
Now, you're sure doing a great job on those numbers. It looks like they need a few more I's to be called so somebody can get a bingo.
I-29.
Ooh.
I-29.
Ask and you shall receive. See, that's how we roll around here, Eddie. We're so easygoing.
There we go. See, that's what I'm saying. You guys, Neil, the way you call out those numbers, you just gotta. I'm gonna bring you in and say, hey, you know what? Whatever number I call out, that's what Eddie's paycheck's gonna be next week. So. And you can just say 100 billion gazillion dollars and just keep saying it over and over. And we're gonna.
We're going for it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a public speaker, so calling numbers is kind of similar.
There we go. Yes. Lock it in. It's a plan.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I was just going to say I saw a couple more questions popped in
When
there.
did I start playing with the Vikings? I actually started playing with the Vikings last year, right before the playoffs. So I was there when we played the Saints in San Francisco, and then coming back around this year, off to the races.
I-17.
that-
I-17.
Is that like in November?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. I'm pretty sure it was November.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But we would have taken you sooner too.
I was gonna say, if I would have known Danny, Shannon, Neil, I probably would have been there January 1st.
Right? But you're here now, and that's what matters.
Yes, definitely.
G57. G57.
We gotta get some bingos.
I know. Now you rip out a couple more numbers there. Let's see if we can get a couple of bingos out of this. I know they're all chomping at the bit. They've got to be like one away. Some of them maybe two
Getting
away.
ends.
Yeah. Oh, those darn ends are getting in the way tonight.
I-18. I-18.
That one felt right. I-18 felt right. There's gonna be a bingo off that I-18. Come on, here we go.
Or we could go in the G row where that lucky number that matches.
B10. B10.
Oh, now, is your dog with you tonight?
Yep. G51. G51.
Eddie, what is your number? I'm
Oh.
also Minnesota Vikings. Oh, my number is 52. And I've always had, let's see, all my numbers in my career, starting from Little League, so that Little League, little tiny tyke, I was number 76 because that was my dad's number in college. Not the most pretty number by any means, but nevertheless I wore it, 76. And then from there I wore my uncle's number, which was 31. And then when I got into high school, I wore the number 56. And then in college, I wore the number 55. And then for Buffalo, I ran the number 54. And then here in Minnesota, I wore the number 52. I'll tell you what, I'm afraid to get out of the 50s. If I get out of the 50s, we might have to switch some things around or something because, I might be running out of these 50s. I'm just coming steadily just taking them all off.
069.
Well, I think you're right. You're down at the bottom of the 50s. So I think it sounds like a good place to just stop and stay safe.
Exactly. Danny, what's your favorite 50s number? If you be any numbers in the 50s, what would be your number?
50s? 52, right? I mean,
it was a soft toss. It was a soft toss. I laid it up there for you. I was waiting for you to just catch it and knock it out the park. But
I-25. I-25.
What was a no-brainer?
Danny said, I don't know. Those numbers don't really do it for me. They're not really the best of, at all. I'm like, no.
Well, everybody's been enjoying how funny and comical you've been. I figure I better throw one in there myself. So.
For sure. Got to. You have to.
072. 072.
Oh, buddy. What about Nell? Now, what's your favorite number in the 50s?
I'd have to say 55. I've always loved numbers with fives.
Hey, that was one of them called, so she didn't go wrong.
That's what I'm talking about. There we go.
072. 072.
Shannon, what you got?
I was gonna say 51 because it's a multiple of 17, which is a favorite number. So, but I missed the softball. I missed the softball a lot. Like I played softball in high school, and I had the highest on-base percentage average of the whole team, but the lowest batting average. So you do the math on that one. Yeah. Lowest batting average, highest on-base percentage. I got hit a lot and walked a lot. So I miss all the softball.
I'm not good at any of those sports. I'm not good at basketball. I'm not good at football or softball or anything like that.
Oh, but now, Eddie, you've got to hear about Nell's sport that she excels in. And I'm going to tell you what, she does amazing. And not a lot of females do it. Mm-hmm. And so,
let's see if Eddie can guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Softball, basketball, football. Those are off the list. Okay. I would say this is almost harder than guessing the number because there's so many different sports. I'm gonna guess it though. Can I get the letter that it starts with? Can I get just a little?
It starts with the letter badass.
Okay. Got it.
Nice answer there, Shannon.
Well, I'll give you this hint. Everything about it, it's individual. There's no team involved. It is straight up just Nell.
Off the top of my head, I think like tennis, golf, ski, snowboarding, roller derby, because us.
Well, that's not one of our sports in Minnesota for Special Olympics.
Let's see. What else?
It starts with the letter P.
P. Okay.
And it's actually
67. 67.
The thing about it, as soon as you said the letter P, all I could think about was ping pong, and that's because which sometimes like growing up we would play ping pong, and you would think that the world would be in sway off of one of these games. Only to 11, house rules, but it's not ping pong. I'm being sidetracked. It's not ping pong. So it's the P.
No. It's a combination word, a P and an L. And I hate to tell you, like everybody else that's putting comments in on this activity tonight, they've all guessed it.
Oh, okay. Hey, you guys, for everybody else on this call, I have a little chat box. You guys can throw me there's just a little chat box, like a little. Okay.
Look it.
Don't look. No cheating. Close your eyes.
G53.
Shoot.
Oh, and it was right there. Now I think you better put him out of his misery and tell him
No, I got it. Starts with a P.
Yeah.
Is it 2 words or is it 1 word?
It's built with 2, but we call it 1 word.
Oh, okay. Not ping pong.
No.
It's not.
No, think tougher. Like I gave you a big clue. Like this takes a lot of strength and mental fortitude.
It's not pinochle.
Nope.
Got it. I have it. I hope. Okay. Is it power lifting?
Yep.
Yes.
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 G58.
Oh,
G58.
Yes. Everybody powerlifting.
I didn't think bingo was so stressful.
Hands down my favorite sport. Hands down favorite sport.
I love it. I love it. I was actually doing some powerlifting this morning. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Man, hey, I tell you what, it took us a while to get there, or I should say it took me a while to get there, but hey, we got there. That's all that matters.
So
I-26.
Nell Sport, and I actually have another athlete that I'd like you to meet tonight. And here he comes. So Eddie, this is my friend Ben.
Hi, Ben.
Ben, I think you're on mute. Let me see if I can take you off of mute there. Can you get yourself off of mute, buddy?
I-30.
There. Oh, I think we both did it at the same time. We're used to doing this on our Zoom meetings. We try to help each other out, and then we cancel each other out. So Shannon, first off, I want to thank you for joining us in here. Come back and join us again at another bingo night, okay?
Heck yeah, my face hurts so much, y'all. This is so much fun.
A pleasure meeting you as well, Shannon.
All right, Ben, my friend. This is Eddie Yarbrough. Can you hear us, Ben?
Hey, Eddie.
Hey, Ben.
So, Ben, do you want to tell Eddie
B3.
what team you
B3.
play on for Special Olympics?
I play with
Wow. Okay, Ben.
Say it one more time.
I play with Team Itasca.
Team
That-
Itasca. Eddie,
That
that's up
is
here in
awesome.
northern Minnesota again.
There we
so,
go.
Yeah. We've got all of our great players. We've got a lot of representation up here in the north right now tonight.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Ben, I love your jersey too. I love that number 8. That's a good number.
Yeah, get
I-23.
hey,
I-23.
Eddie, get this jersey I'm wearing.
Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Man, I really want to see him
Yeah.
in person.
He's so good. He
Yeah.
is so good.
He's like
Dan,
one
do you
of
want to
my.
tell Eddie about a couple of the sports you do?
I do powerlifting,
Ooh, there we go.
track, basketball,
Power, track,
hockey.
basketball, hockey. You gotta get me on the ice. You gotta help me with the hockey one. You gotta help me out with that one, Ben. I got a little wrister, but you know it's not too accurate.
And I
You know.
do
Yeah.
66.
and I do basketball.
See, you have to help me out. Just boom.
And
I tell you what, Ben, you pretty much play everything, don't you?
He does. So Eddie, he's probably one of our most decorated athletes up here on a team. He's in sports year round. If we've got a sport
That's
going,
awesome.
he's pretty much into it. And last year, he does flag football, so he's a big football fan.
There we go.
And he was able to get somebody in his family to be a partner on our unified flag football team. And who was
that's
that,
way
Ben?
cool.
it was my dad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's way cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of football, I don't know if you know about this, Eddie, but we've got our punt, pass, and kick drive-through competition that we're doing.
Here we
That's
go.
going to be coming up. We've got 2 weekends that we're going to be doing that at 4 different locations. We've, unfortunately with COVID, we've been shut down with all of our in-person events.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the
G56. G56.
that we've got going for our athletes to slowly get them physically back out and participating. So they'll drive up and participate where they, like I say, punt, pass, kick, but then we have some other opportunities for them, some skills in case that's a little much for them. And of course, our continued virtual opportunities.
That's way cool.
I-28. I-28.
Not bad.
Yeah.
We out there punt, kick, and pass.
That's
and
right.
he can pass. That's what they said on Friday Night Lights. Mm-hmm.
And I know Ben and I were chatting earlier today with a couple of our virtual opportunities. And Ben, did you have a question that you were going to ask Eddie tonight?
G55. G55.
I don't remember.
Well, sometimes we get a little starstruck. That happens to me too.
I tell you what, Ben. One time I met who was it that I met? Oh, I met Garth Brooks. He's my favorite country. He's my favorite country guy of all time. Garth Brooks.
He is.
And Ben, you would have thought.
I-27.
You would have thought I had an out-of-body experience. They're like, so Eddie, what's your name? Here's Garth. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I was so starstruck. I said, hand sweaty, probably hand just a puddle of water as I shook this man's hand. Just, oh, Garth, what a guy.
068. 068.
We've all
Now-
been there before, Ben. We've all been there before.
Now you must have somebody super close.
You would think. I've called
Yeah.
a lot of numbers.
You only got it. Yeah, you don't have many left. You better spit out a couple more for them. Ben, have you thought of a couple other questions that you were going to ask Eddie?
065. 065.
Well, you're thinking about it. What I'm going to do, just because we said 8 o'clock, we're going to give our 4-minute warning. So hopefully in the next minute, some of these bingos come in. So we have some winners. But we'll do about
B9.
about 4 more minutes left of our broadcast. So you can think about those questions then.
Here we go, Neil.
Yeah. Or Ben, you can even tell Eddie some of the other virtual events and things you've been doing since COVID hit.
075. 075.
During the whole COVID thing, I've been in a bunch of Zoom meetings, and I've done the virtual summer games. And I like doing the virtual summer game, but I like being out with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the virtual summer games was a little different.
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, but the same thing. Even for my sport though, Ben, with everything having to be like virtual, like even our meetings, like after we have practice, all our meetings are virtual. We just go home and have to have all our meetings on Zoom calls.
Yeah, that's what all of our events have been. And like Ben was saying, he's been doing so many of our virtual events. It's been awesome that we've been able to do some of these events and still, give them an opportunity to stay engaged with their sports and their teammates and other athletes across the state. And as you've been hearing across the United States now with all these opportunities. So
for sure.
Yeah, so I want to give a quick shout out. We had some bingos come in when we were chatting, and we had a bunch come in. We had
Kirk, Mark, I saw those too.
Yes, and Kirk is actually an athlete from Ben's team. So congratulations, Kirk. Glad to have you on tonight.
There we go.
It's been awesome. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I just noticed it is 8 o'clock, and I want to say to Eddie, thank you so much again for coming and spending some time with us tonight, being so kind and answering all the questions that our athletes have asked. It's just been a great night having you, and we are so excited to watch this full season with you with the Vikings. We just wish we could be there in person, and we'll just wait.
I know it. But thank you all so very much for having me. I had a blast. It was a great time.
I'm so glad.
Great time.
I'm so glad you did. And you're welcome back to any of our virtual events anytime. You just say the word, and we'll be more than happy to put you on the schedule. We'd love to have your face and visiting again. So thanks again, Eddie. So, and I want to big shout out to everybody that came and played tonight. Congratulations to all of our bingo winners. You guys did amazing. Continue to watch our calendar and watch the other events that we've got coming up in the future. More bingo, lots of trivia. We've got yoga and other workout videos. So please come back and join us again. Everybody have a wonderful night. And I think there's some other football on that you can watch now. So have a good night, everybody.